My name is Emily Lubin.
And I'm Andrea Allen. And we're both comedians based in New York City, baby.
We became friends because of our mutual love of a podcast.
Dan's like, I'm a fucking cat too. We're both cats. This kid gets me.
The year was 2005. We were both teenagers obsessed with Keith and the Girl, one of the very first comedy podcasts on the internet. We were such big fans, in fact, that we both applied to be interns for the show.
And that's how we became best friends and part of the Keith and the Girl family. Our incredibly nerdy passion for podcasting only continued to grow, and before long, we started a podcast of our own called The Hot Mess Comedy Hour.
With our podcast, we would feature comedians and other artists, and we'd seek to answer the question, what makes you a hot mess?
Do you want me to dress up as your brother and we could do some weird...
You really think you could pull it off?
I'm sorry. I forgot how fuckable and charming your brother is.
The result was a bottomless well of stories and an ongoing conversation about mental health. How many times have you been cheated on?
Oh my God, I couldn't, who has the fingers and toes for that?
Yeah. Really?
See, because you're so pragmatic about it.
Yeah.
It must have been quite a few times.
Oh God, I'm good at it at this point.
Like, if I look in the mirror and I see somebody who is undateable, the idea that I'm going to go out and, like, with a straight face, go up to someone beautiful and be like, hey, is absurd.
We've been at it for almost 5 years. We've grown a loyal fan base, who we affectionately call the Army of Cunts, performed live at New York Comedy Festival and Cinderblock Comedy Festival, and even crowdfunded a hot mess trip to Los Angeles, where we met up with our West Coast fans and recorded shows with LA comics.
In the past year, we've also added a weekly live stream show on YouTube where we interact with our listeners and incorporate their live commentary and advice questions into the show.
We have the thirstiest audience in the game.
That's true.
And I'm proud to say that.
We've been doing this out of my apartment, and while the setup is working well enough for now, we know that we'll soon be due for an upgrade as the show continues to grow.
If we receive the Super Patron grant of $50,000, we'd use the money to help build a new live streaming studio, which we'll use to create higher quality content, including live podcasts, a web series, and more.
He came over, ate my box for an hour, and then I kicked him out.
Eat it and beat it, bitch.
Exactly.
We'd hope to make this space available for other creators to use as well, just as Keith and the Girl did for us. With a studio of our own and higher quality equipment, we would eventually love to found an all-female podcast network. As two women in a male-dominated industry, our goal is to be able to highlight marginalized voices while spreading laughter and positivity to our audience. So what do you say? Will you help us make all our wildest dreams come true?
Please.
Pretty please.
Give me the money.